Hi, welcome back to Strength and Heal Connect. My name is Kat Thomas. Today we're going to go through the Chaturanga, or the four-limbed staff pose. Common in a lot of yoga sequences, in a lot of workouts. So I found a few tricks during my time and I wanted to share them with you. Perhaps not tricks, maybe treats. But if you have blocks, I encourage you to pull them out. If you have books that are really stable and sturdy, I know some of the wine books from Clive Coates are very much the same height and stable. But you want to make sure if you're using a can or something else of that nature, that it is just higher, if not the same height as your elbows. So if you don't have blocks, don't worry, just follow along and really try and imagine that you'd be hitting something. I know in these times it's a little challenging to have everything that somebody requests, but we do what we can, right? So besides using your breath, that's a very important thing to me in life. It makes you know that you're alive. You want to make sure that when you are down on the mat, your hands are down on the mat, that the fingers are spread wide. You're feeling and connecting from palm to the tips of the fingertips. Now, when you're in, say, tabletop or plank or chaturanga, your hands are here. And we have a tendency to arch the back or do that little banana back and retract. When we're here, we want to protract. So retract and protract. And we're really smoothing out and expanding that wingspan in the back. So retract is here, protract is here. Protract is what we want to do when we come down to tabletop. And immediately protracting, as you push off with the hands and the fingertips, you're actually going to feel the core engage naturally. So here we are. This is retract or banana back. This is protract and really nice strong form. Okay? So with the blocks, if you're using those or any other props, you place one block here towards the top of the mat. You're going to put your hand down, your middle finger just slightly grazing, and then you want to place this back brick directly in line with it, about 6 inches away from the back of the wrist. Align, shoulders distance apart, and we're just going to start on our knees here in tabletop. So keep the navel drawn in, push off from the hands, make that connection. And what usually happens with people when they're not sure how to do this chaturanga, they come down like this. Now, obviously, we don't want these bricks to become dominoes. We want them to stay nice and tall and strong. So what we learn to do is we inhale, reach the gaze forward, and exhale, slightly move the heart center up over the fingertips. Okay, so we're aligned here, keep the navel drawn in, and we're going to draw the heart center down slightly, keep the elbows close to the body, keep those hands flat, and once we touch that shoulder to the front brick, we're going to inhale, exhale, and drop back to child's pose. So whenever you're in a position where you're putting a little bit of strain and stress on your lower back or your shoulders, you just want to contradict that move and come out of it and smooth out the spine. Give yourself a moment. So inhale, come back to your tabletop, place your fingers, shoulders distance apart for the hands, protract and really push off from the mat. And again, inhale, reach the gaze slightly forward. Exhale, draw the heart center forward. Drop the shoulder. Gently touch. Okay? And come back, inhale, exhale, back to child's pose. On your next inhale, gently rise once again. And we're going to do the modified chaturanga. So staying on the knees, we're just going to draw them back a little further from us. Again, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, slowly bring the heart center down and start to lower, elbows close to the body. Again, shoulder just grazing. And from here, this is where we begin to roll up, gaze comes up, heart center out, shoulders draw back down the spine. So inhale, come back to your child's pose. Let's hold for 3 breaths here. Smooth that spine out. Feel a little firelight maybe in the upper arms. And on your next inhale, again, engage the core. Let's come back. Fingertips come down, hands spread apart. So I'm actually going to remove this back brick, and we're just going to focus on making sure that we're not bringing ourselves down too far and too heavy, putting too much pressure on neck and shoulders here. So again, inhale, reach the gaze forward. Exhale, slowly bring the heart center down, grazing that front brick, and reaching the heart center up. Roll those shoulders back down through the spine. And inhale, come back to child's pose. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. On your next inhale, engage the core. Let's come back. We're going to move into full chaturanga. So come up to your plank, your high plank. Again, press off from the mat with the hands. Draw the core in. Inhale, gaze forward. Start to exhale as you draw the heart center towards the fingertips and begin to lower yourself down. Keep those elbows close to the body. Graze that front brick and then roll yourself up, shoulder blades rolling back down the spine. From here, we're going to inhale, engage the core, and rock the hips sky high, come right back to downward dog. A great contradictory move to come out of chaturanga. That's why it's used so many times in that sequence. Beautiful. So we are going to get rid of that front brick now. Place the hands flat. Make sure you center yourself. Inhale as you reach the gaze forward. Come up on the tippy toes. Exhale and slowly come down to your high plank. Find your center. Inhale. Start to lower. Keep those elbows close to the body. Remember that placement, that feeling where you stopped. And then roll yourself up. Roll the shoulders back down the spine. Inhale as you exhale, lift the hips sky high, come back to downward dog. If you want to modify a bit more, inhale, come up on your tippy toes. Again, we're in high plank. We're going to inhale, exhale, move forward, slowly lower the heart center down and roll the shoulders back. You can drop one knee at a time, soften to the back feet, and rock the hips back into your child's pose. And there we are, a little chaturanga for your day. It's fun to say and even more fun to do once you realize that you don't have to hurt yourself when you're doing it. Thank you again. My name is Kat Thomas. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And be safe, be happy, nurture and nourish your body, mind, and breath. Namaste.